And I've seen this so many times. The adjuster tries to go out ahead of us. As we can see, got some damage here. Carrier came out before us, but we're working. The adjuster says, oh, I thought it was tomorrow. I came today. Can I still inspect? All right, guys, CCG TV back with another video. Like, subscribe. Today, I want to take the time out to talk about how the carrier sometimes phrase the narrative before a full investigation has been done, right? So we want to call this prolepsis. So one of the quiet dynamics in the property insurance claims is prolepsis, when a conclusion is to be assumed before a full investigation has already been done. You may see the report start saying, or when you get the responses back from the carrier, wear and tear, mechanical damage, or bad installation. So what this means is basically this is a premature conclusion shaping the investigation rather than the investigation shaping the conclusion. As public adjusters, we are trained to kind of identify that stuff super early in the claims process. So the carrier's proleptic framing, right? So a lot of it's going to start off with the language may say damage appears to be consistent with age deterioration. So once we start seeing those letters, we start realizing and start noticing the structure of what's happening right now. They're framing out how they're going to get to their determination. So when you start noticing that language, you start realizing, oh, this is what's happening now. We're getting to the conclusion before all the evidence has been submitted, all the evidence has been reviewed. Sometimes once we send in our estimate, sometimes you start getting this language and the field adjuster, nobody has even been out to the property yet. So that language anticipates denial ahead of a full investigation. And again, I don't think it's all necessary misconduct, right? What has becomes dangerous is when that frame determines the outcome instead of the facts determining the outcomes. And I can't say 100% that the adjusters are trained to do this. So when the adjuster goes out, and I've seen this so many times, the adjuster tries to go out ahead of us. The adjuster says, oh, I thought it was tomorrow. I came today. Can I still inspect? And when they turn in that first report, and then that first report says something like this does not appear to be wind damage, or this does not appear to be hail damage, this appears to be granule loss, or this appears to be unrelated to a storm. The thing about it is, at that point, every subsequent reviewer after that may start just following that track all the way through. And when they're following that track all the way through, what happens is the conclusion enters the file before the file or the evidence has been matured. And us as public adjusters who work in this field, our job is to reset the timeline. Evidence first, conclusion last. Knowing what they do as a public adjuster, especially at our firm, we try to use prolepsis first, right? We anticipate what they're going to say, so we are already prepared and we already have our responses in anticipation of what we think they're going to say or what we believe they're going to say or the track or the timeline that we know that they follow. So we anticipate the carrier may categorize the damages as wear and tear, so we get ahead of that by already preparing like directional impact, collateral indicators, or even what we may have our engineers already go out there and find. So we already have those things prepared for them before they even start their narrative. And we even have our engineers confirm, okay, there was a storm created opening. So two things we have here. Insurance companies always, and we know it's our job to prove the loss, but it's also incumbent on the insurance company to do a fair and proper investigation. So right here is where the prolepsis matter or the narrative of the claims matter, right? Because if the claim is framed prematurely, now you are seeking confirmation rather than seeking the truth instead. So having a advocate or a public adjuster on your side is truly important, because at that point you get to recenter the claim by giving proper evidence, proper documentation, policy language, or causation science. We understand that insurance claims are not just technical investigations, right? Insurance claims are also narrative battles. So there's a narrative that we also have to battle while still trying to put together the right claim or the right information to present to the carrier. The side that frames the story first almost always influences the outcome. And this is why prolepsis is such a powerful concept in the claims process, because it teaches us to recognize when conclusions appear before the evidence is even fully developed. I give you this and I gotta go. And the insurance insurance world, the most important discipline is this: never let conclusions arrive before the full investigation. Because when Prolepsis controls the claim file, now the truth has to fight its way back into the claims process. Like, subscribe, follow. Thank you for watching CCG TV.